Regardless whether you like it or you don't like it, you love it, you hate it, one thing for damn sure, you are gonna respect it.
Yo, what it do, and welcome back to All the Gold Podcast. I am your host, one half of All the Gold Podcast. I'm your host, Derek J. Listen, WWE NXT live at the Performance Center tonight in Orlando, Florida. It was an okay show. It wasn't the best, but it was okay. Got me through the night. Listen, the video package was shown kicking off the show, basically showcasing all four ladies, and it was cutting a promo, talking about their Fatal 4-Way #1 contenders match. That was Lash Legend, Jada Parker, Izzy Dame, and Jordynne Grace. They basically was hyping each other, well, not each other up, but they was hyping themselves up for the match for the #1 contendership later on in the program. The first match of the night, TNA World Championship. Yes, I said that, TNA World Championship being defended on WWE TV. Your TNA champion, Trick Williams, versus Josh Briggs. And Josh Briggs came about this match because his partner, Yoshiki Inamura, gave up his title shot. I don't know what the hell he was thinking of, but he gave up his title shot. Anyway, I'm not in that type of business. I would have kept my damn title shot. But anyway, Trick Williams was dominating the majority of this match. It was a lot of back and forth action. Trick goes for a power bomb, but Briggs countered with a flip into a choke slam. Josh Briggs hits a thunderous lariat. Briggs goes for the moonsault, and he misses it. Trick bounces off the ropes, hit him with a trick shot to end the match. Trick celebrated right after that. Trick celebrated that victory. He retained the TNA championship, but out comes a returning, Joe Hendry. Out comes a returning Joe Hendry, attacked Trick Williams, and basically sent him running with like a dog with his tail between the leg up the ramp. And Hendry looked back at him. They had a brief stare down before the cut to the backstage segment with the No Quarter Catch crew. Joe Hendry returned, stared him down. I think Joe Hendry is staking his claim to become the TNA World Champion once again. After that, we immediately go into a backstage segment. The No Quarter Catch crew was backstage with Tavion Heights. Tavion claims that Charlie Dempsey basically tried to injure him during the training session they had. Ren Sinclair said that was not true. Charlie wouldn't do that. Tavion also said it's cool, not a problem. He said the doctor gave me a mask so I could wear it for tonight. I think the whole thing is that Charlie Dempsey tried to injure Tavion Heights. I don't know if he's jealous of him, but he's trying to prevent him from leaving. Only thing I know is that he set the damn matchup between him and Javon Evans last week, so that kind of threw me off. But anyway, we're going to move right along. Miles Bourne was backstage with George Gums Jr. and Tyreek Sapp of the Florida Gators football team. He says that this year is Florida's year. Lexus King plays the deaf card. Basically, he's saying, hey, can you hear me and all this stuff like that, playing on Miles Bourne's disability. I thought it was tasteless, but whatever, whoever. I guess they playing off the character. I don't know. Anyway, Miles said he can't hear him, and he said that Lexus is his father's child. Lexus says Florida hasn't had a winning season in 2 decades. George says bro's beard is painted on. He basically looked at him and says, is bro's beard painted on? So I kind of did chuckle at that. I thought that was funny because all that stuff that he got going on with his beard, all that Beijing, bro, stop it, bro. You look crazy as hell. You look like a distorted jigsaw puzzle. Yeah, you're like a distorted jigsaw puzzle. Sit your ass down. Anyway, moving right along, second match of the night. And let me see if I have that right here. I think it was Javon Evans. If I'm not mistaken, it was Javon Evans versus Tavion Heights. I was right. Javon Evans and Tavion Heights. And I don't have anything for that. That's crazy. I thought I did. But anyway, Javon Evans and Tavion Heights. To start off with a slow start to the match, basically. Tavion was playing the mat game. He basically had Javon a lot of holes, a lot of reversals, and then Javon picks it up a little bit with a little bit of steam. Javon hits Tavion with a springboard dive, taking him out. and then Tavion rolls out the ring. Javon takes advantage of that. Takes advantage of that, and then he dives over the rope. I mean, he floated over the rope. I can't even describe how he did it. Javon Evans basically just floated over the rope, and it looked like he just going in slow motion and landed on Tavion on the outside. It was a commercial break right after that. Tavion gets back in the ring. He picks up his offense a little bit. He hits Javon Evans with a nice German suplex combo pin. That was pretty cool. It's like a rolling German suplex and hit him with a pin. Javon kicks out. Javon Evans then hit a spinning corkscrew splash for the win. That shit was crazy because it looked like he was spinning sideways. It looked like a macaroni noodle just spinning in the air and landed on him perfectly. And right after that, the guy from LFG, the winner of LFG Season 1, Jasper Troy, comes and attacks Javon Evans out of nowhere and laying him out and then stared him down while he was on the mat holding his head. And listen, man, I don't know what Jasper Troy is, where he's going, what's his direction right now, but it seems like he's putting himself in a whole bunch. He's stretching himself out. That's crazy. But it looked like he is stretching himself between Javon Evans and Obafemi. But that was crazy what I just said. Yeah, we're going to disregard that. Anyway, moving right along after that, they did a D'Angelo family video package. Tony says that he can almost trust Luca Crucifino. Stack said he can take what used to be his, and that is the Heritage Cup. Now, for those who don't know, Noam Dar basically had to withdraw. I guess he had to withdraw himself because he's now injured. He just returned in April and won the Heritage Cup back. But they say he suffered an injury probably like over the weekend, so they withdrew him from the match and vacated the championship. So it was basically between Stacks and Tony D'Angelo for the victory. I mean, to see who wins to get the Heritage Cup. So it was pretty interesting to see. Moving right along, we got Ricky Saints versus Ashanti the Adonis. And Rick, this is a quick match. Really, really nothing was to this match. And this match accumulated because last week, Ricky Saints was he came in the locker room when Ethan Page and Vanity Project was in the locker room, and he just sitting in the cubbyhole. Ashanti was sitting in the cubbyhole. I don't think he going to back Ricky Saints, right? You got like 4 or 5 guys talking to Ricky Saints, reckless. And this man steps up in front of them and basically said, yeah, I heard you was wanting to challenge. I said, I heard about you. I heard about the hype or something like that. And then he challenged Ricky Saints for a match. I thought that was stupid. But anyway, Ricky Saints versus Ashanti the Adonis. Ricky and Ashanti exchange blows in the ring, going back and forth, doing a lot of punches and kicks. And Ricky hits the old school on Ashanti. Ashanti rolls out the ring, and that took us to a commercial break. Ashanti hits the Death Valley driver. He calls it the crash out. Saints kicks out of that. I guess that's his finisher. Saints kick out of it. And then Ashanti Ashanti starts the showboat in the middle of the ring. And then he backs Ricky in the corner, starts the showboat again. Saints hits a thunderous tornado DDT from the corner. He then hits a spear and then follows that up with the Rochambeau for the win. Ethan Page appears and sends a message on the Tron, but it glitched. It was like, stop, it just frozen. I thought it was something wrong with the technical problems that WWE was having. I was like, oh shit, they messing up, the production crew messing up, but it was actually Ethan Page laying a trap. Snuck from behind, hit Ricky with the belt, and then kind of start beating up on him. Then he hits Ricky with the Rochambeau, taking out Saints. It was a Dark State promo. Next, Cutler James, excuse me. He looks out of place in that group. I'm sorry. That group is trying to show some type of charisma, but Cutler James he's so monotone. It's I don't think he fits for Dark State. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think he fits. No personality to me. But anyway, I don't like them, period. So not just him, and I'm not trying to single him out, but I just don't like Dark State, period. I just think they so inconsistent, and they're never, they'd be gone for a couple weeks. They pop up, and what are y'all purpose? Like, what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be this unstoppable force and stuff like that, but y'all haven't shown me anything. So whatever. Anyway, moving on from that, Obafemi cuts a promo, and this was pretty cool from Obafemi. Cuts a promo And I think I have that. So Obafemi cuts a promo. He says everyone who he challenged became a footnote. Everyone who challenged him, everyone who challenged him became a footnote, And he says that he's restless because there's no competition left in NXT. Yoshiki Inamura music hits. He comes to the ring to answer the challenge of Obafemi. He says that he came back to NXT because of Briggs, his best friend. He didn't want to let him down, but he loves the culture here and he loves the fans of NXT. He said he loves NXT. And Femi says he sees right through his smile. He sees a warrior, but he's not ready. Basically telling him, I see you, but you're not ready. And Inamura says he's ready, and then he walks off. And then when he walks off, Jasper Troy came right behind him and steamrolled him, knocking him down, hitting him in the back of the head. And then Troy got on the apron, and Femi looked right at him, and they had to stare down. Femi raised the belt up, and they had to stare down, and basically saying, hey, big man, you want some? You got to come get some, you know what I'm saying? So next week, I think they already set it up, is going to be Yoshiki Inamura versus Jasper Troy for the #1 contendership for the NXT Championship. So we will definitely see how that goes. But shout out to Obafemi because I'm telling you, I would like to see Obafemi versus Gunther in the future, man. I'm telling you, I think that would be a great, great match between them two. So we shall see, man. Moving right along, Izzy Dane was backstage with Tatum Paxley, butters her up, gives her a new doll. Sol Ruka and Zarya walks up. Sol says to Izzy, you can't be serious. And Izzy says to Sol, the only championship that you'll ever come close to is the one that you share with your best friend. And then she starts, like a slight laugh or whatever, a giggle or whatever, and then walks off, very nonchalant, just walks off. And, so Izzy was, walking off, and then Tatum was like right there, but she started following behind her. She followed Izzy to where she was going at backstage, and she met up with the rest of the calling, Sean Spears and Nico Vance. And it was just weird. She introduced Tatum Paxley to Sean and Nico Vance like she never saw them before. I mean, they work in the same small ass building, so I don't understand that. Whatever. She introduced them to Tatum or whatever, and she asked them what do they have on planned or whatever, and they said that they have their eye on some gold. Basically saying putting their sights on the WWE Tag Team Championships. Oh, not the WWE Tag Team Championships, but the WWE NXT Tag Team Championships. Trick Williams was backstage with High Rise. Wes Lee and Trick Williams started talking. They got a little heated a little bit, but it cooled down real quickly. Wes said that he talked to Ava, said that he was talking to her, and he got a match between him and Joe Hendry next week. He'll take care of Hendry for Trick next week. I don't know what this alliance is because it just came out of nowhere. High Rise and Trick Williams, I guess that was his stooges now. Trick said that Trick told Wes to take care of Joe next week, and he'll owe him one. So we'll see what comes out of that. Fourth match of the night, the Heritage Cup Championship. Now, let me before I even go, let me take a sip of my potion. Before I go on with this match, this championship really annoys the hell out of me. The Heritage Cup, because I don't like what is the use of. I know you're the Heritage Cup Championship, but what is the use of bringing that big ass trophy around? That's the dumbest champ. I wouldn't even challenge for that, yo. I wouldn't challenge for it. It's stupid to me. I don't care what nobody says. It's stupid to me. Some people might like it, whatever, but I don't care. You should have turned that into like the European Championship, or you could have turned it into like a junior heavyweight championship, something like that, man. But the Heritage Cup, come on, man. Miss me with that shit. Anyway, Shannon Stacks Lorenzo versus Tony D'Angelo. Round 1, no pinfall. Round 2, Tony D hit Stacks with a huge shoulder tackle, sending him to the outside onto the announce table. Stacks rolls back into the ring. Tony D comes and hit him with a spear, gets the pinfall. That was round 2. Got the pinfall for round 2. Round 3, no pinfall. Round 4, Tony D had something happen to his knee. Knee gave out. Stacks with the roll-up pin. Now it's tied 1-1. Luca Crucifino comes ringside. Okay, I was like, these matches, I see what they're doing. Round 1, no pinfall. Round 2, pinfall. Round 3, no pinfall. Round 4, pinfall for Stacks. So now it's 1-1. Crucifino comes out. Round 5, all the BS start happening. Stacks locks on the Indian Death Lock, works Tony's legs, worked the knee area because, his knee gave out. That's how he got the pin on the 4th round. So anyway, he's working the leg, and then he sends he sends Stack on the outside. He gets rolled back in the ring. Tony starts arguing with Luca, not arguing with him, but just getting in Luke, asking Luca questions, whatever. He's on the apron. Luca talks to a jabroni. They get into it. I think the jabroni tried to hit Tony D or whatever. He grabs the pail, hits Tony by accident. I know it was an accident. The commentary tried to make it seem like he did it on purpose. I think if I'm not mistaken, not Corey Graves. What's the other one? Vic Joseph. Vic Joseph was like, nah, I think he did it by accident. So Graves was like, I think he hit him on purpose. Some crazy shit. But anyway, Luca hits him. Stacks rolls him up for the pin. Now Stacks is your new Heritage Cup champion. Excuse me. That match, like I said, I really didn't care for that match. I don't care for that championship. I think that championship's a waste of damn time. They should have died with NXT Europe or NXT, what is it, UK? Should have died with that. I don't see no reason for that championship. It's stupid. The UK championship, the UK women's championship, they all went away. Why couldn't the Heritage Cup go away? I don't like it. Anyway. Moving right along, Liev Schreiber was backstage with Fatal Influence. They talk about Blake Monroe. She wasn't there tonight. That was crazy. And how she thought that she was going to take over the women's division at NXT, but they stopped her and shut her dreams down, basically. That's what they said. Liv asked about the Fatal 4-Way to determine the number 1 contender for Evolution. And what's the girl name? God darn it. What's the one with the pickle nose? I'm about to say Cora Jade. Lord have mercy. The champion. God, what is her name? Can't think of her name right now. But anyway, it'll come back to me. That's how bad. Jacy Jayne. That's her damn name. I'm sorry, guys. Jacy Jayne. So Jacy Jayne basically said that it don't matter who it is. The number 1 contender is the number 1 contender for Evolution. Excuse me, but she basically will have her hand raised in the night at Evolution. She said she's been dreaming that since the first Evolution, that she wanted to be on that show. Now she gets the opportunity to be there as the NXT champion. She wants her hand raised at the end of the night. So basically going to be a whole big thing where Fatal Influence will get involved and she's going to retain. I already know how it's going to play out, whatever. Anyway, Thea Hale was backstage. Lainey Reed walks up, says that Thea's not acting like a grown-ass woman. They start to squabble. Lash Legend tells them to pipe down. She has a Fatal 4-Way to prepare for, and she said she'll show them how it's done. Ethan Page was shown walking backstage. Ava catches up to him, says that she's tired of his antics, and says that he and Ricky Saints will be in her office next week to settle this once and for all. Yeah, I think one of them getting called up to the main roster. I think with that being said, I think Ricky Saints might win the North American Championship, might keep him on NXT a little longer. And I see Ethan Page going to Raw as one of Seth's new recruits, because I think it's been rumored that either he or Ricky Saints go up to the main roster to join Seth Rollins' group. Some people say it might be both of them, but I don't see how they tie that out with the storyline, them beefing, and then automatically they're buddy on the main roster. But I think Ethan Page goes up, and Ethan Page joins Seth Rollins and his faction, which still don't have a name, so that's going to be crazy. Anyway, Chase U segment, I was like, what the hell? They did the same stuff from last week where they basically got mad because he used harsh language on him and walked out the classroom, trying to make him into a guilt trip. I'm like, whatever. I don't even care about that anymore. Number 1 contenders match for the NXT Women's Championship: Izzy Dame, Lash Legend, Jada Parker, Jordynne Grace. When I do matches like these matches be hard to follow because there's so too much. It's all over the place, right? So I'm just going to sum it up. Basically, it was a hard hitting match. The women put on one heck of a show. I did like Jada Parker in this match. I think she shined a lot. I think Izzy Dame shined a little bit. Lash Legend, I won't say I'm disappointed in Lash Legend, but she could do so much better, man. Like I don't know, man. She need more training, man. I think she has the size, man. I just want her to do better, man, with her in-ring performance. Because some of the stuff she botches a lot, man. But I think she has potential, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna really trash her or nothing like that. I really like Lash Legend. Jordynne Grace, she just looks so small to me in the ring. I don't know. Maybe it's because I didn't notice it in TNA, but Jordynne Grace looks small in the ring, in the WWE ring for some reason. I don't know why. She just looked like a micro like midget, or I don't think midget is the proper term, but she looks micro in WWE. But anyway, she tried to do a sunset flip and power bomb, but her little legs couldn't touch the mat. So she had to get down, and she got under them, and then she did like a power bomb, taking all the women out. That was pretty cool to see. So Ruka and Zarya comes out, and they take Tatum Paxley to the back and then picked her up and put her on the shoulder like she was a little child. That was weird. Jordynne Grace wins. She pins Jada Parker. Now, Jada Parker took the brunt of the finishers in this match. She took the brunt of the punishment towards the end of the match, and I would give her that. She held on. She held her cool because they was hitting her with everything. She got power bomb, choke slam, suplex. It was just crazy, man. So shout out to Jada Parker. I think she's going to have her time soon. Just got to give her time. Jordynne Grace versus Jacy Jayne for the WWE NXT Women's Championship at Evolution 2 or Evolution in Atlanta. Woo, guys. Listen, this has been a very, very short review for NXT. Like I said, it wasn't that much to go off of, man. It was just a lot of decent matches. It wasn't say great matches, but a lot of decent matches. I did like the match between Javon Evans and Tavion Heights. I thought that was pretty cool. I think that was one of my match of the night candidates, really. The Heritage Cup, I could really give two shits about that. The Trick Williams match, I really wasn't impressed with that one either. I would say the Javon Evans and Tavion Heights match was a match candidate of the night, and either that or the number one contenders match for the ladies. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't have any news right now. Coop will be back Friday. I will be reviewing AEW Dynamite for the first time in 4 weeks now. Seems like it's been forever, but AEW been having too many specials, and they had the Mexican Grand Slam last week, and I couldn't keep up with it. It was just too much going on. So basically, I will be doing Dynamite tomorrow. If you guys can join me doing that, that would be cool. I'll probably do that live. I might do it live. I just did NXT. I recorded NXT because it really wasn't going to go live tonight. But yeah, man, let's see where we at viewership wise or subscriber wise, and I'll let you guys get up out of here. Switch account. We are currently sitting at 1,344 subscribers. So thank you guys once again. Thank you guys for showing the love. I do appreciate it. Listen, I can't ask for. We say this every night. We can't ask for all the anything more than the love and support that you guys show us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Please hit the like button. That helps us out tremendously. Please hit the like button. Hey man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow, NXT. My eyes, you can tell my eyes are heavy right now. I am so tired right now, but hey guys, I hung on for you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace. I'm so tired.